Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to today's Yin Yoga practice. So get ready to get into mindfulness, connect with yourselves, and of course getting into relaxation. So of course this practice can make you feel little uncomfortable because we hold into our poses for longer time, 3 to 5 minutes, and your mind can sometimes work like a devil wherein it wants you to move, it wants you to be productive, and it wants you to always do something. So when you're going against it, when you're going to stillness, when you're going into non-doing, it can really fill you with resistance. So get ready to explore all of that phenomena that happens in your mind, and watching that with this Yin Yoga practice, we hold into our asana for longer time, as I said. So we really follow three principles. Principle number one is you find your edge, you find the point wherein it is comfortable enough for you to hold. So you don't have to go as deep as I will be going into poses, or if you can go deeper, feel free to do that, as long as that is your comfortable edge, because you should be able to hold into your pose for the time that we have decided. Principle number two is we remain still in our poses when we are holding into our asana, because we do want to get into the meditative state. Principle number three is holding into our poses for the time that we have decided, whether it's 3 minutes, 4 minutes, 5 minutes. Your mind will resist and you can just watch your mind, but make sure that you are not pushing yourself. If you're pushing yourself and still holding it into your poses for longer time, that will only be a counterproductive. So make sure you are at your edge and you are then holding into the poses for that time. Yeah, so let's meet on the mat. Let's explore this practice together. One more thing, that if you want this practice to be more comfortable, grab some cushions, pillows, props around you. Yeah, so see you. So to get into the wide leg child pose, you can swing your knees back, place your palms forward, bring your big toes together, tuck your toes, lift your knees up, and then open your knees, bring your hips over your heels. If you feel that your hips will need a support with a cushion, then maybe draw a cushion under your hips and walk your palms forward. Now, when you're walking your palms forward, you can do this without the prop as well, or use a bolster or maybe two blocks in front of you. That will help you work on your shoulders a bit more. You'll feel more opening in the shoulders, but this is totally optional. If you just want to walk your palms forward and sink the chest down without the prop, feel free to do that. If you want to work a little bit on your shoulders, that's when you can use the prop. Maybe roll your bolster a little bit away from you. Really getting that nice stress in your shoulders, in your armpits, and allow yourself to sink down. Really stepping into your awareness of your breath. Notice how you're breathing. Maybe resting your forehead on the mat, or if you want, support your forehead with a cushion, support your chest with a cushion. Explore yourself. Surrender. Allow your body to just be. Let the gravity pull the body down. Once you get into your edge, there's nothing that you need to do. All you need to do is allow everything to happen on its own. Let the practice work on your body. Let the asana work on your body. your mind will wander. Maybe it will push you to come out of your pose, to come out of your stillness. It will ask you to move, it will ask you to itch or make some movements. Watch everything, witnessing what is happening in the mind. What is your mind talking? And that's how you start to understand the nature of mind, by looking into it, by watching it, as if you're watching a screen and all the characters are just going on and on with their own life. Exactly like that, your thoughts are coming up, going away from the screen. All you need to do is simply watch them and be. And as maybe we touch upon the inner stillness a bit, maybe we are able to bring ourselves a bit in the present moment. You can then press your palms down on the mat and walk your palms back towards you. We are going to chant one Om Tri Shantis to begin our session. So you can sit exactly wherever you're sitting, maybe over the cushion or over your heels. Join your palms to the heart center. We'll be chanting one Om Tri Shantis. Breathe in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you exhale, you can open your eyes. So the first asana after the child pose, we are going to work on our hips as well as our groin, moving into Malasana. If you want, you can have a block or a cushion under your heels for Malasana. So you can swing your knees forward, swing your shin forward, place your foot on the ground, maybe hip distance apart, your feet, toes may be facing forward or a bit diagonal. Press your palms on the back, lift your hips up. Now, if you think you can easily sit here with straight back, great. If not, that is when you slide a cushion or block under your heels. That will give you some more height and you would be able to easily hold here for about 4 to 5 minutes. It can get little challenging with time, so make sure that you're finding your edge, using as many props as you can to make yourself feel comfortable. You can simply place your forearms, upper arms over your knees and rest your arms down, or you can interlace your fingers, rest your forehead over your interlaced fingers. You can also have a bolster in front of you and resting your head over the bolster by hugging the bolster. So there are multiple options that you can explore, choose different, hit and try and see what feels best for you and what your body is agreeing with. So let's start. We'll hold here for about, let's say 4 to 5 minutes. And with time you might find new edge. That's when you can maybe remove the whatever prop that you're using. Your body may want to go deeper down. Your body may want to open more, and allow that to happen. And see what happens when you really surrender. You're not lifting your spine up, you're allowing your spine to round, you're allowing your hands to just fall wherever they are falling.
And you're simply being here, relaxing, letting everything go, all the tension from your mind, all the tension from the body. As long as you're getting some sensation, that is enough. You don't have to push for more. This practice is not about pushing. It is about being with ourselves as it is, wherever we are. Meeting yourself where you are and not trying to meet yourself somewhere else where other people want you to be. Notice your breath. When you keep sweeping your awareness time and again, you will notice your body start to hold up. Your body starts to tighten up, and again, when you sweep and you become aware, allow it to loosen up again. We are so accustomed to control. We are so used to having control over every situation that your body automatically comes into the stiffness, trying to engage muscles, trying to control everything. But this practice is about surrenderance. This practice is about letting go. So, unconsciously, you will come back to the stiffness or shrugging your shoulders, tightening your jaw. Become conscious and let go. And slowly release. If you're using the props, let the props
Let the prop go off and bring your hips down on the mat, maybe keeping your left knee bent as it is, opening your right leg on the right as much as you can. Some of you maybe be able to open wider, some of you little bit closer, that's okay. See if you can keep this knee bent. Keep some distance between your hip and your heel so that it is comfortable for you. And if this feels challenging, then maybe again sit over a cushion to make it feel more comfortable so that your weight is also equally distributed. And we're going to maybe catch hold of the left ankle here or left shin with your right palm and dropping over to your right. If you want, you can wrap this left arm also around your knee and catch hold of your other wrist so your body can just fall onto the other side. Some of you may prefer to keep your left arm at the back, opening your left shoulder, and right arm on your right shin or somewhere on the floor. See what works for you the best and let us stay there. Releasing the side body, working on your hips here at the same time and on your hamstring. So let us stay here for about 4 minutes, one side, and then we will change the side. Again, you can always use your right palm to rest your head on. You can have a pile of pillows or the bolster itself to rest your head on. So explore whatever makes you feel more comfortable. And find your edge. And then find your stillness after you find your edge. Since we hold into poses for longer time, we don't really engage our muscles in this practice. In fact, we loosen up our muscles. We give them that relaxation. And let's change on the other side. Slowly coming back up in the center. You can draw your right heel closer to your right sit bone, shifting a little bit more towards your left, and then moving on to the other side. So in this practice, there's nothing right and wrong. You have to explore yourself and finding, as long as you're getting the right sensation, there's no pokey feeling, there's no sharp pain anywhere that you feel. The only consistent stress feeling that you might get, and that is what we are trying to do also here. We are trying to keep our tissues under stress for a longer period of time so that the natural elongation happens in the body, and they reach their maximum capacity of elongation and elasticity. And that's why through this practice we reach deeper connective tissues. It goes deeper, crossing through your muscles. It enters into the connective tissues, your ligaments, joints, fascia, and that's what we are targeting. Apart from the mental calm this practice brings along, so just connecting with those sensations and noticing how your body is slowly opening up and how slowly you're going deeper into your poses as you hold into them for longer. let us slowly come back to the center. We are going to move into our next pose, which is Dragonfly. In active yoga, it is called as Upvisht Konasana, seated forward fold. So you can continue to sit over the cushion, opening your legs wide as it is possible for you. Again, you can have multiple props in front of you, maybe having a bolster. If you want to stay higher up, then maybe using the upside, the vertical side of the bolster, and resting your forehead over the bolster. If you can go deeper, then place the bolster maybe touching your groin, resting your chest over the bolster, hugging the bolster from the top. You can keep it away, maybe also horizontally, and placing your palms on the bolster. This will also help you work a bit on your shoulders as well. So find whatever is working for you, maybe keeping your knees slightly bent if need be, if it gets challenging, but make sure that you're finding the edge that feels most comfortable to you. So let us begin. And let go. Once you find your edge, let go. And sometimes it can happen that the edge that you have found is actually more challenging than you have imagined it to be. And then going back on your decision is perfectly fine. Exactly in life, sometimes we stick to our decisions and we don't want to change them, even if we are suffering. I think going back to your decisions, revisiting them is perfectly fine. So, this practice also kind of teaches that to you.
Again, press your palms down. Press the floor away with your palms to walk your palms back. So there has to be a proper way of coming back after you hold for so long into your poses, because the fixation happens. So don't jerk and don't make any hasty movement. There's no hurry. Nicely, very slowly, gently bring your legs back together, and we're going to do some closing of the groin, because we have done 2-3 asanas wherein we are kind of like working on the opening of the groin. So let us move into the shoelace. So you can bend your right knee and draw your right foot outside your left hip and bringing your right knee over the left one. You can simply stay here. If you have too much gap, maybe place a cushion or two under your knee, or if you want to also draw your left foot outside your right hip, you can do that. Still have a gap, you place a cushion. So let's stay here, and we are going to fold forward and see the impact in your outer hip and feel the stretch in your outer hip as well as your lower back. Again, if you want, you can use the bolster, cushions, anything to rest your forehead over as you fold forward. Let's stay here for about 4 minutes. Feel the sensations. If you are higher up, that's perfectly fine, no problem at all. If you can go further down, if you can go all the way down, that's also great. Everything is fine. There's nothing wrong and nothing right in this practice. And again, you can press your palms down or the forearms down to walk your palms back. Coming back into the center. If you're already in the center, that's okay. If that was your edge. And let's change the side. We'll change the legs over. Let's hold on to the other side. Relax your shoulders, relax your whole body, let go. And again, you can press your palms down, walk the palms towards your body. And we're going to lie down on our back, slowly releasing your legs, straightening your knees. If you feel like making any movement in your ankles, make that movement. Sometimes it can get a little bit fixated. And we're going to move into a twist on both sides. So there are multiple options that you can explore
with the twist. So maybe use the cushion as well. You can use the props. One of the options is you can keep both of your knees together, bring them closer to your chest, and then drop both of your knees to your right or to your left, stretching your arms in the T shape. You can also place a cushion in between your knees. Another one which I'm going to do personally today is wrap your right thigh over your left one and then wrap your shin around as much as you can and allow your knees to drop down. If your right thigh is on the top, then drop your knees towards the left and stretch your right arm onto the T shape and dropping your head towards your right. Maybe place your left palm on your right thigh, placing it somewhere. If your knees don't reach the ground, that's okay. You can support them with some kind of cushion, bolster, whatever feels okay for you. And coming back to the center, let's all change the side. This time, left thigh over the right one. If you can wrap your shin a little bit around, do that. And dropping your knees onto the opposite side. So whichever side thigh is on the top, drop it on the opposite side and looking at the opposite side of your thighs. And let us come back to the center. We're going to move into sleeping butterfly. So keeping the sole of your feet together, open your knees wide, and then place the side of your foot on the ground. If you want, you can open your feet towards the ceiling, but the side of your foot will keep touching each other like this. If you want, you can drop. You can also place cushions under both of your knees. Arms can be stretched up or on the side. Few minutes here. Notice your body settling down on the ground as you let go. And you can continue in butterfly if you want. You can also move into Shavasana for for a couple of minutes here, continuing your relaxation, continuing to watch your breath. And notice this relaxation flowing throughout your body. If you're moving into Shavasana, slowly and gently straightening your knees, touching the longer edge of your mat, the legs touching the longer edge of your mat, and letting go. And you can continue in this relaxation for longer time if you wish. In case if you want to come out, maybe a little bit of movement in your fingers and in your toes. You can also move your head from one side to the other. You may want to stretch your body, releasing whatever tension is left, feeling that release from the body and mind. Bend your knees, roll over to your right, and slowly coming back into your sitting posture. We'll be taking a minute here to absorb the practice. And let us also fill ourselves with gratitude for whatever we have received so far. Everything that we might have failed to recognize is also welcomed, and filling ourselves with gratitude for that. Breathe in. We'll be chanting one Om to close this practice for today.
As you exhale, you can open your eyes.
Thank you for joining me in, and I really hope to see you soon again in some other practice. If you have anything to say about this practice, I'll be very happy to hear from you, your comments, your experience. I love reading your comments. And let's meet again on this mat on some other day. Until then, bye bye.